सो फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट क्या होता है, बोलो एनीवन, फोटो इलेक्ट्रिक इफेक्ट क्या होता है? सुश्री बोलो। Electrons are liberated. Okay. When light of shorter wavelength or higher frequency falls on the metal surface, then electrons are ejected out from the metal surface. This effect is known as क्या होता है? Photoelectric effect होता है. Okay. Why light of shorter wavelength? Why not higher wavelength? According to which theory we recognize? Planck's quantum theory. So Planck's quantum theory क्या होता है? स्वयं श्री बोलो. Planck's quantum theory, that is E equal to h nu equal to hc upon lambda, and since h is constant and c is constant, so can we say E proportional to nu and inversely proportional to wavelength, that is E equal to h nu equal to hc upon lambda. Since h is constant and c is constant, can we say E proportional to nu and inversely proportional to wavelength? Yes or no? And that h, what is h? h क्या होता है? Planck's constant. So Planck's constant का वैल्यू कितना? So 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. Okay. सो वार्क फंक्शन मैंने बोला था, वार्क फंक्शन क्या होता है? वार्क फंक्शन दैट इज एनीवन. हाँ अनुपम बोलो. ओके, वार्क फंक्शन क्या होता है? बेसिकली एक प्रकार के एनर्जी होता है. यस और नो? ओके, सो वार्क फंक्शन हाउ वी मेंशन डिनोट. बैठो शुभम बोलो. वार्क फंक्शन नोटेशन कैसे हम डिनोट करते हैं वार्क फंक्शन को? W नॉट. सो दैट W नॉट व्हिच इज इक्वल टू h न्यू नॉट व्हिच इज इक्वल टू hc अपॉन लैम्बडा नॉट होता है. सो न्यू नॉट क्या होता है? थ्रेशोल्ड फ्रीक्वेंसी, दैट इज द minimum frequency. So minimum frequency below which electron cannot be liberated, that is called threshold frequency, and this below this frequency photocurrent becomes zero. Yes or no? Okay, so then you have to write laws of photoelectric effect. Write down laws of photoelectric effect. Laws of photoelectric effect. Laws of photoelectric effect. So photoelectric effect का लॉज क्या होता है? एक है that photoelectric effect is the instantaneous process. क्या होता है? Instantaneous process. Write down. Photoelectric effect is the instantaneous process. So instantaneous का मतलब क्या होता है? Sudden, rapid process. Okay, fast process. So कितना टाइम लगता है? So that is 10 to the power minus 9 second. How much time it will take? 10 to the power minus 9 second. That means 1 nanosecond. Okay, so photoelectric effect is the instantaneous process. Next point you have to write that photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity of incident light. Intensity of incident light. Then how we plot this graph? Photocurrent versus intensity. कैसे ड्रा करते हैं? Photocurrent versus intensity कैसे ड्रा करते हैं? Since मैंने बोला that photocurrent is directly proportional to क्या? Intensity. So how we plot this graph? It is a straight line and passing through origin. So in this way we plot this graph, photo current versus intensity. Okay. So photo current versus intensity का graph क्या होता है? It is a straight line and we represent intensity in x. So this is the hint. Photo current is directly proportional to intensity. Next point. Your write down maximum kinetic energy or stopping potential energy. Maximum kinetic energy or stopping potential energy depends upon maximum kinetic energy or stopping potential energy depends upon किस चीज के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है? फ्रीक्वेंसी. डिपेंड्स अपॉन फ्रीक्वेंसी. but independent of intensity. Okay, so kinetic energy max depends upon frequency whereas independent of kya? Intensity. So how we plot this graph? Kinetic energy versus intensity. So kinetic energy max versus intensity कैसे प्लॉट करते हैं? As it is independent of intensity, how we plot this graph? It is straight line which is parallel to which axis? Intensity axis, x-axis, because it is independent, constant. Okay, so kinetic energy maximum is constant for intensity of light. Clear or not? Okay, so last point is that is the threshold frequency. So threshold frequency, do you know or not? The minimum frequency, yes or no? Write down the minimum frequency below which electron cannot be liberated. The minimum frequency below which electron cannot be liberated is known as क्या होता है? Threshold frequency. And below this frequency photocurrent becomes 0. Yes. So below this frequency, write down, below this frequency photocurrent becomes क्या होता है? Photocurrent becomes 0. Okay, these are the laws of photoelectric effect. 3 marks का क्वेश्चन आता है एग्जाम में. Okay, so laws of photoelectric effect has 4 points. One is it is a instantaneous process. Second one is photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity. Third one, maximum kinetic energy depends upon frequency but independent of intensity. And last one, not the least, bolo, the minimum frequency below which electron cannot be liberated, that is called threshold frequency, and below this frequency photocurrent becomes 0. Okay, very good. Next is you have to note down in this photoelectric effect, जो Einstein का photoelectric effect, what we observe in this photoelectric effect, that एक है number part, another one is energy part. Okay, so number part is independent of energy part. Okay, so first of all we have to observe that number part. What we observe in number part is then number of photon also increases. Okay, so intensity when increases, number of photon increases. Then we have already discussed that in the previous class, each photon interact with only one electron. 1-to-1 interaction होता है. Photon का interaction का किससे होता है? Photo electron से. Okay, so each photon interact with only one electron. Why interaction will be more? Yes or no? Then number of electron emission is also more. when electron emission is more, then photocurrent is also more. Okay, so what we observe here, that intensity electron emission increases, number of electron emission increases. as मैंने बोला जो if photon increases, each photon interact with only one electron, so interaction is more, yes or no? If interaction is more, then number of electron emission also more. Okay, so then क्या increase होता है, क्या increase होता है, photo current. क्या increase होता है, photo current. Then photo current will be more. So can we say that photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity? Photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity, yes or no? Photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity. When intensity is more, ultimately क्या increase होता है, photocurrent. Okay, so इसका ग्राफ कैसे प्लॉट करते हैं, straight line passing through origin. And another one is energy part. क्या होता है, energy part. So एक है number part, another one is energy part. So energy में क्या आता है, first most fundamental thing, that is the frequency. Light में fundamental thing क्या होता है, frequency. When frequency is more, then incident energy is also more, yes or no? So when frequency increases, frequency what we denote, nu. Frequency का symbol क्या होता है, nu. When frequency is more, then incident energy, that is the energy of photon, is also more, because you know E equal to h nu, yes or no? E equal to h nu na, so that is E directly proportional to nu, yes or no? So when frequency is more, then energy also more. And according to Einstein photoelectric effect, when energy is more, then kinetic energy maximum is also more, yes or no? Because that energy equal to, that is the work function plus kinetic energy max. In the previous class I have already discussed, yes or no, that incident energy equal to work function plus kinetic energy, and work function is constant for a given metal, yes or no? Work function is constant for a given metal, but metal to metal it may be differ. Okay, work function differ होता है. और when energy is more, then kinetic energy maximum also more, yes or no? So kinetic energy maximum also more. Then do you know that kinetic energy maximum or maximum kinetic energy, which is equal to which energy, stopping potential energy, that is stopping potential energy. If kinetic energy maximum is more, then stopping potential energy will be more, yes or no? So can we say that stopping potential energy will be more, clear or not? So what we observe in the energy part, when frequency is more, then which one increases, energy, and after that when energy is increases, then kinetic energy maximum will be also increases. That's why which one is more, stopping potential energy also more, clear? And this number part is independent of energy part. Okay, number part is independent of energy part. Can we say photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity, yes or no? Photocurrent depends upon intensity, yes or no? Yes. Photocurrent depends upon frequency, it is true or false? False, because it is independent ना. photocurrent number part में होता है, frequency किस में होता है, energy part में. So photocurrent depends upon frequency, true or false? False. Photocurrent depends upon intensity, true. Kinetic energy maximum depends upon frequency, true. Kinetic energy maximum depends upon intensity, false, clear? Stopping potential energy depends upon intensity, false. Stopping potential energy depends upon frequency, true, clear or not? Okay. Next. Okay, you have to write. Okay. Next is analysis of graph. Write down. Analysis of graph. You have to write analysis of graph. Analysis of graph. So first graph is effect of intensity. Write down. So analysis of graph लिखो, उसमें first heading दो, effect of intensity. Effect of intensity. Write down. Effect of intensity on photocurrent. Effect of intensity on photocurrent. Effect of intensity on photocurrent. So do you know when intensity is more, then photocurrent also more? Yes or no? So since photocurrent is directly proportional to what? Intensity. Since photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity, can we say that photocurrent and intensity का ग्राफ कैसे होता है? It is straight line passing through origin. Okay, it is a straight line passing through origin. उसका description क्या है? When intensity of light is more, then number of photon increases, then number of interaction will be more, because each photon interact with only one electron. Then electron emission also increases. At last, what we observe? That photocurrent will be more. Clear? Clear or not? Okay. So next is second में लिखो number 2, effect of frequency. Effect of frequency on stopping potential. 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 Okay. So do you know Einstein photoelectric effect equation? Anyone? Einstein equation of photoelectric effect. Bolo. That is the kinetic energy maximum or stopping potential energy. Okay, that stopping potential energy equal to kinetic energy maximum, which is equal to what? Stopping potential energy equal to kinetic energy maximum, which is equal to h nu minus h nu naught. Yes or no? So what do you observe? That stopping potential energy, that is E V naught. Yes or no? E V naught equal to h nu minus nu naught. Yes or no? So can you write E V naught equal to h nu minus h nu naught? Yes or no? H nu minus h nu naught. Okay. And we have to plot the graph in between which one? Stopping potential versus frequency. Stopping potential versus frequency. So in the y-axis we have to represent that stopping potential, denote it as V naught. क्या होता है? V naught. Stopping potential का notation क्या होता है? V naught. And frequency in the x-axis we denote it as nu frequency. Okay. So this graph makes a straight line. What do you observe? What do you observe? That it is the straight line graph. And do you know straight line equation? Y equal to mx plus or minus c. Very good. That is y equal to mx plus or minus c. क्या होता है? Y equal to mx plus or minus c. Okay. So y क्या होता है? Y, that is y axis. X is x axis. And m, that is the slope. M is the slope. And c, that is the y intercept. क्या होता है? Y intercept. That is y intercept. Okay. So m is the slope, y is the y axis, x is the x axis, and c, that is the y intercept. Intercept का मतलब क्या होता है? Origin में कितना shift हुआ है y axis में? Okay, if c is 0, if y intercept is 0, then straight line passing through origin. And if y intercept is positive, then suppose we got plus 32. सपोज y इंटरसेप्ट इज प्लस 32, ओरिजिन में कितना शिफ्ट हुआ 32 शिफ्ट होगा. सो 32 से स्टार्ट होगा स्ट्रेट लाइन. सपोज वी ऑब्टेन माइनस 32 y इंटरसेप्ट इज माइनस 32. सो ओरिजिन से कितने नीचे माइनस 32 से नीचे. ओके ओरिजिन से माइनस 32 नीचे क्या होता है स्ट्रेट लाइन होता है. क्लियर. ओके सो